Oh, wah, wah. Wah, wah, wah. Wah, 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 wah. Give me like 20 seconds. Don't actually time me. Might be more than 20 seconds, might be less than 20 seconds. Might be no time at all. All YouTube notifications. Bum, ba-dum. Alright, there we go. I had no viewers anyway. Oh, look at that. Kiari just checked in. Hello there, Kiari. Oh. And thank you for checking in. 1 second, please. Alright. Boom. So how's everybody in chat doing? Which is currently just Kiari. Alright, so there's nobody here to receive the bad news. I'm probably not going to stream tomorrow morning. Since I've got shit I need to do at 4 PM tomorrow. Landlord is doing or I guess not the landlord. Landlord's realtor is doing like a showing of the house. What the fuck are you doing in my house, fucker? This is what I'll be doing at 4 PM tomorrow. I'm joking. Whoop. What do you have for me, other than probably nothing? Oh, temporal gear. And some flax. You know what? You're actually pretty alright. Sorry I murdered you in cold blood. Except not really. Not really. Boom. So I didn't see it. I was probably asleep when Senri went live. Did Senri actually stream on Friday? Like they said they were going to. Damn. Nice, nice. Can you stop throwing shit at me? I'm just trying to collect carrot seeds. Ow, road. Boom. My onions are not quite ready to go. None of my spelt or flax is ready either. What was the stream? Repo? How'd that go? If I see Senri, I'll have to ask her myself. Alright. Carrots. Look how many carrots I got. That's the power of pine sol, baby. Yeah, there's room in here. Perfect. Whoop. Of course, there's still monsters everywhere. I'm not in the market of being stabbed repeatedly, or have rocks thrown at me, so let's go. If you think about it, arrows really are just like long-distance stabbing. Woo. Red one cap, which is good to know where it is. It's only September, so I've got a good amount of time before winter shows its ugly head. Might not be a bad idea to plant turnips where I just harvested the carrots. Unless they use the same nutrient. That is, if I have any turnip seeds. I think I do. Went okay, game crashed for some of us. Interesting. Were you playing with mods, or is Repo just weirdly unstable currently? Whoop. I need new headphones. Probably need a new microphone as well, but it's actually my aux cable currently giving me issues. I've got a tiny zip tie. It is a bunch of mods, alright. I've got a tiny zip tie pinching my auxiliary cord in such a way that usually I get audio in both headphones. But, like, a lot of the time I only get audio in my left headphone. Hello there, Acronite. Do I have any cattails to replace these if I harvest them? I got knives. How are you doing, Acronite? But I suppose collecting cattails is probably more interesting than watching plants grow. Although, let's not forget I went over there for a reason. You watched the Mario movie? Which one? Nope, that's flax. Bunch of rye seeds. I'd rather plant turnips if I have them. We'll check the nutrients on those. So it was Mario Galaxy. I've not heard anything good about that one. But how is it, would you say? They should have made a Super Mario Sunshine movie. Everyone would have watched the Super Mario Sunshine movie. Huh, I don't think I've got turnip seeds. If I did, I must have already planted them. Surely I've got turnip seeds. Although I think the issue is... generally just... let's see here... sweet, different nutrients. The issue is genuinely that I just don't have any crop seeds other than grain. So much grain. Onions are still not ready to go. No, but I will be able to replace those with rye as well. Alright, here's my turnips. They're almost done, so I might even get another harvest of those. Actually, wait, what nutrients do turnips use? Turnips use nitrogen. I think the onions were using what? Phosphorus. So yeah, I can just kind of plant onions where I was growing my turnips, and I can't plant turnips where I was growing my onions. It's the perfect crime. It's not a crime at all. Unregistered Windows 10. Interesting. How are people out here getting unregistered Windows? In 2026. Interesting. Kind of wild that not being able to use all of your RAM would just cause your health to glitch out. I guess it makes sense. It's just odd it would do that. How little of your RAM are you allowed to use if you're pirating Windows? Hello there, Foxy Woxy. Alright. On the cattail collecting grind. No idea. Alright. I'm sure that information is available somewhere. I'm just, I'm trying to get into the groove of streaming. Gotta get that stream of consciousness going. Boom. Making conversation while I collect cattails. I'm dying. I'm dying, squirrel. Bidoof, Bidoof, Bidoof is on fire. Whew. I should probably work on something that I can release tomorrow instead of going live. What? I also still need to do my taxes. Got like fewer than 10 days to do that. I think it has to be done before the 15th. I plan to do my taxes tomorrow, but I also need to finish cleaning my bathroom and vacuum my bedroom. Wait, honestly, there's not enough that needs doing that I should have to cancel my stream. It just depends on how much I do before I would usually go live. With it being Easter, a holiday I don't even celebrate, I do have tonight off work. What? Oh sweet, I have another knife. This one's even more damaged, but I've got it. I wonder if I shouldn't hold on to my temporal gears. If I have 3 of them, I can reactivate that translocator that's not really far from my house. It's that blue star I've got marked. Alright, let's go grab my scythe. It is getting colder. It's not going to be so cold for a while that my bees will stop. Alright. Thank you, Chiari, for checking Senri in. 1 second. Wah. I do wonder why it is that when I stream, I get all hacky coffee. It's probably because I don't talk if I'm not streaming. So I'll go for hours not speaking, and then I start speaking. And then my body is like, oh, by the way, fuck you. And then that's how we get here. It would make sense. I might need to make another copper scythe. I've got enough bronze, or a tin. I could probably make a tin's bronze scythe. It's not a waste of resources. I did just start streaming, so my posture is still fine, but if anybody at home is shrimping, now's the time to fix it. Oh, my neck. I do very slowly slide forward in my chair. I'm gonna enter slouch mode. Let's see here. Wee. Yeah, really can't slide backwards without sitting on the back of my chair. Just get some lumbar support and then sit on top of that. Be elevated. Everyone's gonna be like, what's the Avali doing up there? It's like, oh, they like to be tall. Oh, Kieri, can you help me test something? Just type in exclamation mark pronouns. Do it, it'll be funny. Like plural pronouns. I don't know if it sounded like I just said pronoun like singular. When Pocket shows up, I'll have them tested on YouTube as well. There we go, so it does indeed work. Of course, I don't mark it anywhere that I've got a pronouns exclamation mark, or a command. Where? Now all I need is blue hair. Actually, my volley is pretty blue. Those feathers look pretty blue to me, so of course I've got blue hair and pronouns. I mean, they're feathers, but... a little bit over. There we go. Accidentally hit chat for myself. There we go. Cranberry bushes. Are there cranberries in any of these? Ripening. Yeah, this one's got cranberries in it. And cranberries aren't very good. And there is no boop command. I do not like to be touched, so the boop command would probably just explain that. Mushrooms. Somebody once told me the world was gonna roll me. Must make skeps for my bees. Excellent. Really? There we go. Hello there, Hex. Hex, could you do me a favor? And on YouTube, type in exclamation mark pronouns. Oh, several mature onions. This does not have a lot of phosphorus, but does have a lot of nitrogen. Well, phosphorus is what these were using. Some of them have more potassium than others. Alright, how are you doing? Not quite grown in yet. And my turnips, also not quite grown in yet. Let's go put these away. Hold on to the seeds. It does work, fuck yeah. No, I saw it work. Whew. Which is good, good, good. I mean, nobody's going to use that command unprompted. And I'm not advertising anywhere that such a command even exists. Actually, let's go and eat some of my smoked fish pie. Yum, yum, yum. There we go. Upsy daisy. I'm gonna have to make like a chest specifically for seeds. somewhere. But no, there is an onion seed. Let's go and pick that up. I said, pick it up. Pick it up. And boom. Put my spear back in my hands because I don't want to be caught without that. Onions, carrots, bunch of rye. Are you done yet? No. Soon though, soon. Soon, very soon. Alright. Got a lot of cattails. Let's go and grab some, whatchamacallit? Clay. Have a bot message tell you that a pronouns command exists, but not just tell you them? Just do exclamation mark commands, but the only one it tells you about for some reason is the pronouns command. There are other commands. What am I looking for? Clay. Whoops. Fucking get out of here, taskbar. My name is Cleveland Brown. Not what I was trying to do. And I am here to stay. It's a lot of skips. Probably not enough skips, though. Ooh, yeah, that's not a lot of cattails. I've got 3 cattails left. I'm going to have to expand my cattail empire if I want to keep these bees moving. As far as I can tell, From Golden Combs is not updated yet. Alright, no swarm. Which is what we like to see. Of course, if there is a swarm, I'm just going to have to run away and then come back. No swarm. Perfect. It would be cool if you could befriend your bees. Sweet, no swarm. For those of you who are keeping bees at home, this is abnormally lucky that I've not been swarmed yet. Probably going to happen this time. Oh, still no swarm. Pop. There's the swarm. Run for it. Whoop. I should probably put a little straw training dummy over there. Last thing I want is for the bees to enrage my pigs. One of those pigs is way bigger than I am. Not where you're going. You know that, sucker. Boom. That would be funny, just keeping the skips on top of the flowers. Alright. Whoop. I do not have a skip to collect these last 2. But I would say that we got quite a bit of honey there, so I'll probably just have more bees than I need as a solo player. In multiplayer, I could easily have somebody help me collect cattails from all around. Alright, squeeze my honey into my barrel. I don't have nearly enough fruit to start preserving fruit as jams. Hello there, Wesley. The vintage is going alright. As you can see, I've got a good bit of honey. I'm just squeezing it out. Wheezing the juice. How are you doing, Wesley? Boom. You're doing good. That's good to hear. Whoops. Oh, I've got a shit ton more cattails. Where'd those come from? Have those always been in my inventory and I'm just not paying attention? Probably. Damn it. Alright. As you can see, my cellar is pretty organized. I don't have a whole lot of non-food in here. Only non-food I have in here is the cordage, which I use for wrapping fish. Or I guess it's called trussing. But then I've got a bunch of honeycomb on the ground, and a bunch of fish bones. Ooh, 47 iron blooms? Fuck yeah. I do not have iron yet. But I do have tin bronze. As you can see, to find cassiterite, I had to do a lot of fucking prospecting on the ocean floor. which is very funny. But when you generate a world that is mostly ocean... Actually, my world is a tiny bit less than half... No, my world's more than half ocean. Yeah, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Boom, boom. Grab this. Grab this. I'm actually going to need to collect more fucking, clay. Not this time, though. Boom. Let's go get those last 2 full skeps. These 2 full skeps over here I can just break, actually. Since they are not part of my... Oh, no, I got those from. You actually get a tiny bit of the honey back. Holy shit, are you already populated? My bees are fast as fuck. Ow. Come on. And get further over here so I can just run back there and collect the shit. Right, they're off. They're off to a better place. Whoop. There we go. Ow. Come on, let me place the... That's not how that goes. What if there was like a small chance upon character creation? I mean like extremely small. That you were allergic to bees. Whoop. So if, instead of being stung being kind of annoying, it was actually super dangerous. Fatal even. Let's see here. You're harvestable. Oh, you are also harvestable, but my bees followed me. Those dicks. Oh yeah. Yep, my crops are damaged by nearby seawater. Because you don't have epinephrine. Yeah. Just a craftable EpiPen. Oh. Come on. Go away, bees. I want to collect more shit. Probably release more bees. Yep, more bees. More bees. It's the swarm luck from earlier finally coming back to bite me. I managed to break like 5 in a row without getting a single bee swarm. And just now I broke 3 in a row. And I got 3 bee swarms. Silly bees don't know how doors work though. Alright. Bo. I think seraphs are stronger than humans. So there's a chance that they could survive even without the epinephrine. Just perhaps not very well. Maybe it depends on how many times they got stung. I can still hear them up there. Oh, whoops, that's my honeycomb. Squeezy, squeezy. Boom. You can tell where my priorities as a player lie. I don't even have iron yet, but I've got a shit ton of honey and beeswax. And crops. Ignore all the rot. Some of that rot is stuff I left rot on purpose. And the rest of it's berries. Alright. I wonder if stinkbait's been fixed. I updated to rc.7, but I didn't look at the changelog. Mature turnips. Just the one. I can still go grab an onion seed. Onion seeds. Those are carrots. Onion seeds. Ba-ba-da-ba-bo. I've probably got plenty of time. Wee. I should make another chest for the onion seeds. Well, not just onion seeds, but like seeds in general. We're going to have so many crops. Oh yes, Wesley, have you seen the size of my pig? It's a large grey boar. I mean, grey is spelled wrong, but what are you going to do? And then, of course, all 3 of the sows in there are pregnant. I really should build a barn. But out of what? I can't just use logs, because, like, this log cabin you see me living in is tiny, but it was expensive as hell just for all these logs. I guess I could use planks. But do we want to continue to use oak, or do we want to use walnut? I prefer the look of walnut, but I've got more oak trees in the area. Big pig. And of course I'm building my boat out of walnut. The only thing we're waiting on is my flax harvest. Yep, missing 10 coils of rope. That's not accurate though. We're also missing 21... whatchamacallit? Where'd I park my raft? Big pig. We're missing 21 cloth. So I need 11 more. There's more than enough in here that I can do that. I just needed to hurry up and grow. That's all rye. That's spelt... Yeah, it's all the same color now, so it's hard to tell. But a lot of this is flax. Or like this entire corner is flax. And then I think this over here is all flax as well. Yeah, it's all flax. It should grow in before winter. It's only September. We've still got October and November. I'll also have plenty of food to survive the winter. I just want my boat to hurry up and be finished. Oh, thank you for checking in, Wesley. I should probably grab some more quartz. Well, it's a bit late in the year for me to want to build and use a greenhouse. But if I had a greenhouse, I could probably plan better around it next year. So the plan is definitely to build one. I'm just not going to do it right now. Nope, I should probably put my turnips away. I should also probably go to the bathroom. Necesito ir al baño. In real life. Oh, what's up? Did you just poke me while I ran past you? What a dick. Alright. Put my turnips away. And stack these turnips. Fresh for 54 days. Fresh for 77 days. I don't know what they were before. Alright. There we go. I shall return. Unpause the game. I shouldn't die on my way back, but we shall see. Alright, did I miss anything? How expensive are tiles? Let's see here. Black, yep, the roof. That makes 2 roofing. Yeah, so with the 1 roof mod, roofs are way cheaper. I don't have the 1 roof mod, that's just an observation. I think the 1 roof mod is updated for 1.22. And considering it means even an idiot like me can build roofs, that will probably end up in the server when such a thing exists. But my housing situation is still up in the air, but it has been for like almost a year now. So what are the odds I'm not totally fine? Landlord is asking way too much for this property, but it just takes one person with more money than sense. And then boom, who knows what happens to me. I perhaps went to bed a little bit early. Rift activity is high, so it would be unsafe to leave the house. I say leaving the house. Somebody's throwing rocks. Onion seeds. Of course, I got no cabbage seeds. Not cabbage seeds. I don't have those either. I would like to have cabbages, but I meant turnip seeds. And I was wrong. I had two turnip seeds. You done? Nope. None of them are done. More of these are done, though. Which is what we like to see. Boom, boom. No, I don't think that surviving the winter is going to be an issue. Of course, if anybody has seen how I play this game, collecting food is not really a problem of mine. Most of my deaths come to monsters and just kind of being a little bit goofy. Fall to my death an awful lot. That's a lot of fun. This game likes to generate massive holes in the terrain just leading straight downwards. Lava plumes or whatever they're called. They're very funny. I don't think they're that common in real life. Or I guess if they are that common, they're not that common anywhere people actually live. Boom, boom. What's in here anyway? There is some shit that shouldn't be in here What's all this rot? Oh well. You do need a lot of rot to make compost. That being said, I'm not entirely sure what I would have even put in there that rotted so quickly. Or in such a large quantity. It's a lot of fucking rot. Nope, not tired enough to sleep. Oh, let's not leave my door open. I wasn't raised in a barn. I should really get around to building a barn. Thank you, Noko the turtle. Probably butchered that. A lot of people liked my voice, but I'm completely illiterate. I can't read. Always saying weird shit, too. It's what I do. And currently, I'm just kind of running around in the dark. Very good. Nice, nice. I believe very, spelled that way, is the Finnish word for blood. Puhun vain vähän suomea. I need to know more Finnish. Do I still have my scythe on me? I totally fucking do. You know what that means. We can collect some cattails while we're out here. My bees will soon go dormant. But with how active those fucking things are, I'm probably going to get like 2 more honey harvests before winter. Probably way more than 2, actually. How's things populated another skip? You know German? German's a nice language. What is the Suomi word for German? Saksa? Oh, thank you for the follow, Noko the turtle. Turtle. Why am I pronouncing it like there's 2 R's instead of 2 O's? Double-headed drifter. There better fucking not have been. I'm on the surface. Whoop. I hope the mod that lets you tame shivers gets updated. My shiver couldn't even help me in combat, but I liked having it around. What I would really like is a shiver hunting dog. Like, I do very little hunting in this game, but I would probably do more of it. Hello there, piggy. Do you have any traits? No, I'm just grey. You are a boar. I was looking for boars earlier. Yeah, there's a mod for 1.21 that lets you tame shivers. It's really cool. Not exactly practical. I installed it Because I wanted shivers to help me hunt down the animals that I shot at. Like if I shoot an elk with my bow, I then want my shiver to chase it down. Would not do that. So a shiver hunting dog was out of my grasp. According to the lore, if shivers are just regular drifters, then they're like people that committed atrocities in a former life. So maybe it would be weird to use a tormented soul as a hunting dog. But maybe that would be part of its journey of redemption. Redeem yourself by chasing down that boar I just loosed an arrow into. Can't see other people talking in chat. That is odd. Although, my chat is very quiet. But, ooh, quartz. I'm what the kids call a very tiny streamer. Not just because my model is less than 2 blocks tall. Unfortunately, unlike the character that my model is, my model is also not a necromancer. Eventually, I'm going to have people play as skeletons and then role play as my minions. And do all the shit that I don't like to do, like forestry and mining. All I want to do is grow crops, raise animals, and cook food. But I'm over here forced to lock in because I'm playing solo. Not seeing a lot more cattails. Oh, there's running water down there. Probably better to not stare down a hole. Whoop. You live in Bonesfield? Nice, nice. I would really like some bone building blocks. Like if you look at the Paris catacombs, I would like to be able to build shit like that. Just for the aesthetic. But, come on, I've been relatively well behaved. Although I guess in a world where you can animate skeletons to do chores, using them specifically for decoration would be an odd choice. But since we cannot animate skeletons in Vintage Story, I would like to at least be able to decorate with all the bones I collect. You can pile them on the ground, but only so many of them, and they don't make a block. Really? There we go. Although my computer doesn't like this game. My computer could be better, but it should be more than strong enough to play Vintage Story. What are my settings? Settings quality preset is very high. And it's not like I'm losing that many frames. I could probably turn that down if it becomes an issue, though. Now, I've got a mod that adds my favorite class to the game, which is Homesteader. I'm currently just a malefactor, though. Homesteaders are better at, like, farming and stuff, while malefactors are better at foraging. That bonus, the foraging, does actually still make malefactors one of the best class if all you're doing is farming. Because you're more likely to get wild crop seeds from wild crops that are not fully mature. And while you don't get more crops from, like, stuff that you grew yourself, you do get better, like, berry harvests and stuff. It's about a lot of fun. There's another mod called All These Classes, which straight up adds a farmer class. But the farmer class is OP as hell. In a good way. Who doesn't want to be OP as hell when just you're making food? Feed more people with fewer crops. Of course, I'm going to grow a shit ton of crops anyway. That's just what I do. I should be collecting the roots. Maybe year 2 I can focus on. I'm just getting a huge collection of cattails. What? But, ooh, more red clay. I do need more of that, just not right now. Really? Whoop. I know how the scythe works, but sometimes it feels like it works differently than other times. You're the only one that has to eat. A volley do definitely still have to eat. Do. I've got perks, though, for being a small space bird. For one thing, if I come over here and to dig into the side of this hill. Boom, see this one block up? I can crawl in there. See this 2-block thing? I can jump up it. And that is about all of the perks I do have. But they're good perks. Being short does kind of suck because I can't see over grass. Like, this shit would be annoying if you were a full-sized seraph, but for me, it's pretty much a jungle. Can't say a thing. Right. Boom. Different people on the Discord want different classes, so we're probably going to end up with, like, kobolds and lupine and all sorts of shit. Yellow apple. Oh, 2 yellow apple trees that close together. Where's the cherry tree? There's the cherry tree. Found it! I should probably be careful. There are 2 bears in the area. That is one of them. How nice of the bear to stand up. Probably heard me talking shit. Although I wasn't talking shit. I was just saying that there is a bear around here. And the bear is like, you mean moi? Here I am. Rock you like a hurricane. I think that the player model library just kind of adds the slightest. I've yet to see somebody make themselves absurdly tall with the sliders, though. With the Avali model, and it's not very canon-friendly, because Avali don't get that small, you can make yourself so small that you can walk through, like, 2x6 voxels. Like, with a chisel, if you make a 2x6 hole, you could walk through that. I've seen other people use it to create, like, little mouse holes that let them get through other rooms. Because you can break a 2x6 voxel hole in a block and then it's still insulated. So you can pretty much make a cellar that only you can get into. Or you can just make yourself easy access to the cellar without making it no longer insulated. Playing that small is kind of really difficult. I do think that it would be funny if there was like a mouse person race that was that small. Because it doesn't make sense for the Avali to be. But also it doesn't make sense for the Avali to be in this world at all, so. Kind of want to let that deer out. Look at the poor creature. Also look at the size of my boar. I'm hoping that the lodge trait is passed on to its children. Boom. I'm just going to put you in here. I'll have glass eventually. You should probably just actually collect quartz. Copper hoe. Need this over here. Where is my prospecting pick? I know I didn't break it. Wouldn't be surprised if I did, though. Worms. These worms added by Primitive Survival are pretty cool. They don't go bad, which is probably a little bit unrealistic. There's my prospecting pick. Let's grab more pie and check on my crops again. This stream isn't called Watching Crops Grow for no reason. Actually, it might be called Watching Plants Grow. I can't remember which one. I think I used plants. Alright. Lurkers are still super appreciated. Whip, whip, whip. With luck, some of my regulars will show up. Shoot the shit. As the kids say. I don't know if anybody under the age of, like, 40 says shoot the shit. I'm under the age of 40. Only by a couple of years, though. I could probably set up a tiny bit. If anybody at home is currently shrimping, now is the time to fix that. Now let me get inside, and then I'll scooch a little. Where? A tiny bit more than not at all. Gotta work on that posture. Oh, that's a lot of turnips. Boom. Honestly, those turnips are going to be fresh all winter. I'm not that worried about it. Turnips aren't that filling, though. So I'm going to definitely need those onions and stuff to grow in all the way. Oh, I have more turnips. Do I have more onions? Carrots. Might have to plant flax. I'm low on onion seeds. How are my onions doing? Somehow not ready. What the fuck, crops? It's not like I'm planning ahead or anything, but it would be nice if you'd hurry up and grow. Let's see here. You got everything but nitrogen. Turnips need nitrogen, so I won't be planting those there. And pretty soon here, it's going to be too late in the year to be planting stuff. But that sounds like a not that long from now issue. Are my bees ready to harvest? It'd be kind of wild if they are. I just did that. No. Nope. It is wild that they've already populated, though. I think it takes them less than a day to do so, which is pretty impressive. Whoops, I've still got fucking turnips on me. Let's put those away. But I wish expanded foods would update. How cool would it be if I could have expanded foods? Turnips might not be that good on their own, but if I could turn them into, like, dumplings, they would be fantastic. I mean, pie is still a good use for them. At this point, I'm just kind of running around waiting for plants to grow. At least we're not literally watching them grow. Small silver linings. But, like, look at the size of this ocean. What's out there? I want to know. I think as soon as my turnips that are ready to go, and then onions, which are almost ready to go, are done and replanted, then I might explore a little. My flax has got a ways to go before it's done. Not that well, not that long though. Not that ways, or whatever I was trying to say. What? Cannot climb a ladder. What? Oh, it thinks I'm trying to place the ladder. That's what's going on here. My inventory's full. Birch ladder. And like that, I no longer have inventory space. The fuck is this? Andesite rock. I don't need andesite sand in storage. I'll stack it here for getting down's gonna be a pain in the ass. People are going to be like, what the fuck is that? It's like, that's my panning wall. What are you, a cop? A bit odd that it's letting me place the sand so high. Yeah, that's what I was expecting to happen. If it gets disturbed, it falls. And hopefully, picking it up with a pan does not count as disturbing it. But I'd actually be more surprised if it didn't. Too bad I don't have neighbors. I wonder what this would look like. Just like a small civilization of seraphs watching some strange space raptor build walls of sand next to a pond. So what the fuck are they doing? Whoops. Not trying to cast my line. Fishing from an elevated spot does sound like the safest way to do it, but this pond would not contain a lot of fish. Where? Where? Nope, still not ready. Technically, I could make earthworm castings to ensure probably another harvest of some things. But they're so overpowered that I'm not going to let myself do shit like that until the second year. Just prove that I can survive a whole winter, basically unmodded. Although I've done that in the past. In fact, my first, like, easily 300 hours in this game were completely free of mods. Whip. I have no food on my person. Let's go and fix that. And then we'll come out here and do a little bit of prospecting. There's probably iron around here somewhere. I need only find it. But I also need to not starve while looking for iron. 7,000 IQ. Put away these turnips and grab some more of my pie. It's actually one more slice of pie than I meant to grab, but whatever. Let it go. Close my door. I wasn't raised in a barn, and we're off. More intensity search mode. We'll head a bit more east than I've checked previously. Probably like a good bit more east, considering all I'm finding in this area is sphalerite. And sphalerite would be a good find, especially if I would like to start making bronze. Not bronze, brass, for like not candle holders, what the fuck is wrong with me? Torch holders. If I just keep saying the wrong word, eventually I'll say the right words. It's just science. I don't know what that sound is, but it's probably nothing. It was quiet enough that I'm sure y'all couldn't hear it at all. Let's dig down here. Here's a good place to check. Hello there, Acronite. How are you doing, buddy? Alright. We'll do there, and then dig out words here. Gotta meet your friends, fuck yeah. Did you decide to come out, or are you holding off on that? Yeah, it's far enough. Boop. 2 more samples. Boom, 1 more sample. Ooh, very poor native copper. Oh shit, I fell in the hole. I don't know, I came over here looking for some small rocks. You'd come out previously and forgot to tell the class? Oh, it got cancelled. There's still time. Just be sure that when you do decide to come out, that you're completely ready to do so. I trust your judgment of character, so you wouldn't be friends with these folks if you didn't at least think that they were cool and mature enough to handle it. But, ew, more rye. Oh yeah, there's probably a well down here. But is there anything else in the area? Yeah, let's go and dig down. So yeah, I'm just taking a slight detour. Like, don't get me wrong, we're still watching plants grow, but I'm looking for iron. Whoa, wait. Damn. Alright, that's good. Alright, perfect, perfect. Do. This should work perfectly fine. Do. Oh, hello there, Penny. Thank you for checking in. Gonna break this block. Boom. 2 more samples. 20 days. It's quite a ways away, but hopefully it goes well and is not again cancelled. Decent native copper is not bad. There's definitely copper down there if I need it. I cannot stress enough that I'm looking for iron, though. Uh-oh. There we go. Yeah, I'm curious what's down here. Probably break the cobblestone faster with my bare hands. How are you doing, Penny? Let's see here. Not a lot down here. What is that, a single rusty gear? Yep. Alright, back up to the surface, I guess. Probably only water down there. Like, don't get me wrong, water is interesting, but not that interesting. Okay, so no luck on iron, but we've also not been out here very long. Let's go ahead and grab that rye and head back to the house. If I can find the rye again. Here's the rye. Yeah, I knew it was just a well. But sometimes there's stuff down there. Like I found a rusty gear. It's just I don't care. There are no traders nearby. Ignore that trader. Actually, I had to figure out what kind of trader he is. I think just furniture. I actually didn't like rye bread growing up, but rye has since grown on me. Like, I like it more. I've not had rye physically growing into my flesh. Yet. Alrighty then, how are my crops? Turnips. Yum yum. Now where is the, here they are. I swear these onions aren't growing at all. Oh, you got a badge? Oh, for the clips. That makes sense. You are probably the only person here who makes clips. Unfortunately, because you could not watch my last stream, there was a scene that I wanted clipped, but there was nobody around to do it. And to be fair, it wasn't that funny. I mean, it was hilarious, but also not funny at all. Basically, in Dragon Quest Builders 2, they asked me to build a prison cell. And so as I was talking about Malroth walks into the finished prison cell, wearing a Speedo, and then high-fives me before running back away. It's funnier with the context that it is like a winter wonderland. Which just caught me off guard. Yeah, he was swimming as I finished the prison cell, which normally there would not be a pool there, so I was just not prepared. Like, I am responsible for the pool, and it still got me. Good kid reference? No, it's just a rift. Hurry up, onions. As soon as these onions grow, I plan on going on like a little road trip. But these onions are making that difficult. Rift is such a good song. One of these days I'll have to look into this band you keep bringing up. My mother might know about it. My mother is really interested in, like, the indie music scene for some reason. I'm pretty sure she just has a crush on Youngblood, whoever the fuck that is. I know she has a crush on Youngblood, I just don't know who that is. I think a K-pop artist? Don't quote me on that. But good thing Rift activity is low. It is still high. Fucking hell, I can't do shit around here. At least not without being attacked by monsters. Is Youngblood British? Alright. I knew she had a crush on Youngblood, but her current hyperfixation is a K-pop guy. So, I'm just out of the loop. Probably just shoot her a text message. It's like, yo, mum, who's your current music artist crush? Bop. Alright. 6 p.m. is way too early to be going to bed. Oh yeah, Acronite, check out how much honey I've got in this barrel. Boom, 9 liters of honey. If I had any fruit, and I don't, because berries are so much harder to get and take care of in 1.22, I could make a shit ton of jam. Oh shit, there's monsters out here. Hello there, Liu. Liu, what is that? Alzier. I can read. I can't read. Check Discord DMs. Yes, that is indeed very important. Oh, whoops. Sorry, I didn't mean to let you in. Or I just open the door and close it on your face like a jerk. I guess I am collecting. Oh shit, my knives are all broken. Shit. Fuck. It's fine. Make a knife. I'm collecting temporal gears. Although, while I do get temporal gears... what OBS things? I struggle with a little bit of everything. So I don't know what specifically I had going on in the past. There we go. So many rye seeds. No temporal gears, unsurprisingly. What time is it? It's only 2 in the morning. Feck. I'm stuck. I've already got 2 temporal gears. 1 more, and then I need metal scraps. And then we'll be able to, fix that translocator. Metal scraps. I need specifically metal parts, which is just a hammer, some metal scraps, and some shears. Sound redeem. My guess is no. I did get the Discord command working. Always venture into the depths to get gears. I'm just a simple farmer. Does this look like the face of something that can do combat to you? One moment, let me remove the mask. Boom, look at that. There is not an ounce of violence in this thing's glowing yellow eyes. Put that back on. No, I just like to farm. Speaking of farming, I do plan on going on a short adventure as soon as my onions grow, but they are taking their sweet time. Also, hello, Dimitri. Dimitri consumes popper. Interesting username. I miss having tameable shivers. I wonder if the mod works in 1.22, even though it's only works updated for 1.21. I did get some commands setting working on both YouTube and Discord or Twitch. Close. Like we've got ourselves an exclamation mark Discord command now that works on both YouTube and Twitch. We've also got a lurk command, a moth command, and a pronouns command. A lot of people think that my bird is all black, which is wrong. My bird is actually mostly blue, so of course they've got pronouns. How are my bees? Not ready to harvest. Also, why do I keep wandering out at night? Probably because I'm impatient and have no attention span. I mean, they're feathers. But yes. Well, the stripes are purple. What is up, yes? Boom. If I just enlarge this. Like, the stripes are purple. Some of the feather details are purple. But, like, the main feather color, that is the hair, technically, is blue. And then the fluff is, like, a very dark charcoal. Whip. One moment, let me resize this. If you ever see me moving stuff around the screen and it looks like I'm an old person who has no idea what the fuck they're doing, that's because I'm an old person who has no idea what the fuck they're doing. I'm not saying that 31 is excessively old, but I am excessively old for 31. Also, look at my collection of fish bones. It would be cool if I could make the fish bones like into bone broth or something. You wouldn't do that with fish bones. But it would just be give me something to do with them. Mix a little bit of bone meal into my flour. What could possibly go wrong? No, really, what would happen if you mixed bone meal into your flour? Would it just make like really dry bread? A lot of the fish that I enjoy the most, their bones are like so small that they're not that annoying. Like sardines, you just kind of eat the bones. Anchovies, the bones are large enough to be like noticed, but they're not that bad. Herring, they do actually usually remove the bone, but herrings have tiny ass bones anyway. Sometimes I'll just get like a can of pink salmon. And then I eat the bones, because you can. They're not in the way. Fish bones, yummy, yummy, fish bones, eat them up, yum. Damn it. It is always so obscure playing Vintage Story. Just walking around, it's like, when will this fucking sun rise? Meanwhile, in real life, I hate the sun. Get it out of here. Got the Stargate mod installed. Nice, nice. I currently only have the one base, but I am working on a boat. So it'd be kind of cool if I could teleport between my bases. And there is a way to do it in Rustbound Magic, which I also don't have installed. But also Rustbound Magic. As much as I like the mod, I also dislike the mod. It feels like it has no actual respect for your free time. Takes too fucking long to do anything. Oh yeah, I love Stargate. With like Spock and the Borg. Good old Stargate. Trebles. Oh, they called Trebles. I know it's Star Trek, that's not the point. I was making a joke. I actually don't know anything about Stargate. I know enough about Star Trek that I can talk about it, and then claim to be talking about Stargate. to piss somebody off. Boom. Let's see here. It's currently the 9th of September. It is unfortunate that unless you change things, there is no September 11th in Vintage Story. How am I supposed to celebrate 9/11? I mean, remember 9/11. If there is no 9/11, never forget. Whip a bow. Look at all this fucking cattails. I should really make a crate for these. You know, let's do that. Oh, let's go make 2 crates. Atlantis. Well, like the Disney movie. It's good stuff. Was Atlantis Disney, or was that 20th Century Fox, which is now owned by Disney anyway? I think Disney was behind Atlantis. It might be Don Bluth, though. But like I said, Disney now owns all of that shit regardless. Oh, do I need 32? There we go. I also need my saw. You know, a fun movie was Bartok the Magnificent. Bartok the Magnificent. Something. What's that? Walnut Path. That's all I'm trying to make. Stargate. Oh, it's about travel. 1, 2. Boom. Alright, let's go and move all of my cattails over here, and some amount of my, whatchamacallit, wormholes and the government? Like the gate themselves? Or the gate themselves are the government? How does that work? Alright. Yep, that's all my cattails for now. One of the first things I make out of iron is going to be a scythe. I say one of, though, because there are more practical things to make first. There we go. 199 cattails. They are not quite ready to harvest. What will be ready to harvest? My bees, again. All these fucking onions. Which are still not ready to go. I'm tempted to just cheat. And by cheat, I mean make earthworm castings. Look at that little deer. But yeah, I'm still waiting on my ship. So what I'm probably going to do is just take the raft up this way. And then look around. Actually, you know what am I thinking? I don't need to take the raft. I've got this fucking thing. It doesn't have an inventory on it, but it's probably faster. We'll just take it up there, spend a day screwing around, and then come back. Easy peasy. Oh, what do I have? Seeds. That's all the inventory space I've got. Eat this. Let's go and grab the rest of my smoked fish pie. Trying to close the door, but I'm not looking at it. There we go. And we're off. We are going on a trip in our favorite rocket ship, sailing through the skies, little Einsteins. Climb aboard, get ready to explore, there is so much to find. What does this look like in third person? Kinda goofy. Are plants growing? They are, but not very fast. Hello there, Valerian. I want my turnips to finish growing. Not turnips, onions. So that I can plant turnips in their spot. And then go on a longer adventure. Since they're like almost ready to go. And then the only thing to be waiting on is the grain, which is going to take quite a bit longer. Going 300 miles, holy shit, we're going to die. I don't remember little Einsteins being quite so violent. Probably be pretty scary crossing this much open ocean on a tiny little raft. Terve. I only know English, some Finnish, and even less Spanish. What is the difference between bonjour and buongiorno? I am joking. Or am I? I'll let the audience decide. Right now, I do wish my model was a tiny bit larger so I wasn't clipping through the waves. But it's kind of neat seeing the topography of the ocean floor, though. Which is odd, because if I do swim down here on purpose, I can't even see the topography of the ocean floor. Do I have inventory space? No, not really. A couple things I can get rid of. I don't need all this cassiterite. That's a joke. I do need the cassiterite. I don't need it on me. So it's a bit of a kerfuffle. We'll do some foraging. I'll throw stuff away as I don't need it. The last thing I'll drop, but I'm willing to drop, is my fishing rod, because they're actually really cheap to make more. Also, for those curious, this raft that I used to get across the ocean so quickly is added by primitive survival. I can't speak English. English is for nerds. So by my own rules, I shouldn't be using it. However, it is just for a bit of a swim. I'm not letting myself use furrows, earthworm castings. I am already smoking meat, which is probably against the rules. That I very arbitrarily set for myself. What is the thing behind me? That's probably just Fat Horse. If I remove Fat Horse, the people will riot. Hello, is there anything in this cave? It's behind me, isn't it? Peter, the horse is here. No, I can't do a Lois voice. Well, there's a bear, so I should probably watch out. Thankfully, bears' hitboxes have been fixed, so it can no longer kill me from, like, halfway across the map. I still don't want to fuck with it, though. Alright, so we're out here looking for a couple things. Surface copper would be nice to find. Crops, although the seeds I care more about than the crops themselves. Would be cool to find meteoric iron, but I'm not doing a very good job looking for it. I fucking love chanterelles. Enchanté. Actually, you know what? Chanterelles are probably the thing that rotted so quickly in my vessel. I had a lot of chanterelles that I'm like, I should do something with those. And then I never did. Pink apple. Not a bad find. Boom. Deltarune reference? No. What? These black currant bushes are weirdly short-looking. Oh, there's a pear tree over here too. I fucking love pears. So I'm just kind of letting the fruit trees grow. And what I'm going to do is in year 2, after I get a harvest out of them, I'm going to take cuttings. And then we're going to try to get some fruit trees growing closer to the base. Ooh. I've got ladders, but that's like straight down, straight down. We shouldn't go down there. I kind of want to. But I have no armor. And my copper spear is almost completely broken. One of these days, we'll have to go cave diving. Maybe when I've got armor at all. Penny, are you commenting on how short my model is? Because nobody else has done that yet. It wouldn't be a stream without somebody saying that my model is oddly short. Ooh. Ugly ruin. Could have a seed vessel. No vessels from the looks of things. Mature. Blackcurrant. Nothing. Torch holder would be nice, but I really want cabbage or pumpkin seeds. Boom, that's the power of Malfactor. Well, my model is definitely shorter than 2 blocks. But with the ears, it's not that much shorter than 2 blocks. If you watched my co-op stream with Hoopa, he was a normal-sized seraph. And I'm short as fuck compared to him. Yeah, Hoopa was just vibing out in the woods with a strange-ass chicken that he found. Boom. Look at all this fucking rye seeds. If I had more farmland, I could probably get away with planting rye. But I don't have more farmland. And by the time any of my stuff is fully grown, it would probably be silly to plant. I do hate how hard it is to get berries these days. It takes the berries super long to mature as well. Ooh, red currant. When we do get a server up and running, we'll probably have to have somebody on berry duty. Because I'll never remember to take care of them. My idea of fun is taking care of crops and livestock. I'm just starving. There you go. Problem solved. But the new berry mechanics are new enough that I find them a little bit daunting. Ooh, a vessel that's just out here in the middle of nothing. Are you a seed vessel? No. I will break you, though. What was that? There was a peaceful village cylinder inside of my food vessel. Looking in my inventory, you know what was not in the food vessel was food. What dumbass is out here eating a song? Just hear somebody crunching on a record in the background. It's like, what the fuck are you doing? It's like, oh, I got hungry. It's like, we have plenty of food. What you're eating right now is entertainment. It's called dinner and a show, but they're separate things still. SMH my head. A lot of quartz out here. I'm kind of tempted to prospect. We are pretty far out, however. That should be good. Dinner by fentanyl. Crisp cylinder, not like that. Alright. We'll just prospect for fun. It did not take me that long to get out here, so if I find iron, even out here, it's probably fine. Oh, whoops, it's not fall. Very poor cassiterite. Oh, there is a lot of bismuthinite in the area. That's actually kind of cool. That's not what I'm looking for. I don't even know what that other one is. What is that? Oh, nickel. Nice. I do really like Cuprio nickel, but like, that's a bit impractical to be working with currently. Boom, boom, boom. I think Cuprio nickel does require iron or steel to even work with. Alright, let's head this way. And then we'll start heading back. I wonder if this is anybody's favorite song in the soundtrack. Do 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 do. What are you? Oh sweet, it's actually food instead of a fucking cylinder this time. Well no, the cylinder goes inside of the tube of M&Ms. It's also imperative that the cylinder be removed from the tube of M&Ms without damaging it. That's a nice lake. Alright, I changed my mind. I really want to see what that is over there. It's just so odd looking. We'll check this thing out, and then we'll head back. Is that just a big-ass tree? I don't have a mod that adds any ruins. Although Better Ruins is actually updated for 1.22. That could just be like a regular big ruin. Oh, that's a lot of fish. Seed. Ah, farming. Just feathers. Will be useful for arrows. But I cannot stress enough that I really want cabbage or pumpkin seeds. Why does this ruin look so weird? I've seen a ruin that looked like that. It looked like a big-ass tree from where I was. No vessel. Looking around. Does have aged wood in it. Farming. Did I get seeds? 4 cabbage seeds. That's a start. I can plant those as soon as winter is over. Forage. Not going to have anything good in it. Ore. That's just brown coal. Which is probably not worth taking with me. Yeah, that's brown coal. I'll take the brown coal over the sticks for now, but brown coal's not that good. There's probably something down here. There better be anyway. I don't think there's anything down here. We'll just set it up to where it looks like there's something down here, but there won't be. Har har har. Yeah, I think there's nothing down here. Which is unfortunate. Huh. Yeah, we'll mark this ruin. Which one of these is good for ruins? Yeah, we'll mark it grey, so I know there's aged wood over here. And so that it barely shows up. And then we'll go over there, because I see a clone of these exact ruins. And if I can get more cabbage seeds or even pumpkin seeds, we will be in the money. Do-do-do-do. Also, that's a big-ass tree. That's a lot of land. I worry that I might have forgotten to change the world generation to make larger islands. I can sail around, but I think that we might end up stuck, as we have in the past. I can hope that that's not the case, but it's probably the case. Anyway, look at that. More seed vessel. Whatever seed I got, it's one I've already had some of. Not cabbage. It's another more ancient or aged wood. There we go. Boom. But then there's another cool ruin over there. And we'll look around for a bit, but I'm going to actually have to turn back eventually. Gonna run out of food before we know it. Tool. Actually, you know what? A copper shovel is probably really good. There we go. I'll take the copper shovel. Boom, boom. Alright, we'll check out this ruin and then we'll head back home for sure. Is that another ruin? No, we'll check out this ruin, then that ruin, and then we'll head back home for sure. Might get a bunch of cabbage seeds. If you're patient. Oh. Cave. If you're patient, you will very slowly... This is like a better ruins ass ruin, but without better ruins. Scroll? Yeah, sure, I'll read it, why not? Alright. Let's see here. Rye grain. Really don't have anything I want to throw. I guess I'll eat my 4 chanterelles and take the grain with me. Boom. Pretty rare that I find good ruins without the better ruins mod, which makes them all a lot more impressive. I knew there were some good ruins in the game. Oh. Nope, never mind. I'm seeing things. Oh, there's baby raccoons. Liberty caps. I really shouldn't eat those. I want to, though. Boom. Alright, we'll take some Liberty caps with us. For the road. I really do have to head back, especially now that I left my food there. Food vessel. What is that? Spelt? I don't need spelt. It feels bad leaving food behind, especially when I could have just not broken that. Let's see here, that's a black bear. Kind of a cutie, but I'm not in the mood to die currently. Boom. Wild strawberry plants. I do want to grow more strawberries. Making strawberry pie, strawberry jam. Make Celeste references. The works. Huzzah! I don't think there's anything here. Let's dig into it though, just to be sure. Nope, there's nothing here. Alright, let's not look for more ruins. Just start heading back home before it gets dark. Oh, those are just pigs. Whoop. I don't know, that ruin's pretty impressive though. I don't think... Was I over here? Yeah, I was already over here. In fact, there's that same bear. Wait a minute. Yep. Boom. Space iron. Mark that. And let's get out of here. Running around at the speed of sound. As a positive note, at least I'll pretty shortly not even be able to see. Which is not ideal, but it will mean I won't be distracted by ruins. Yoinky splanky. Liberty cap! Olivine. Would be funny if I had green glass before I even had clear glass. Fuck yeah. For those of you who aren't playing in 1.22. The reason I'm so excited by Liberty Cap is that these are psychedelic mushrooms. Boom. If I eat one of these, the Twitch bit rate drops a lot. Boom, boom. It also makes looking for stuff difficult. Do 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 do. I feel like it grants me greater night vision. What's that over there? Oh, it's a trader. What sort? Boom. How to get in? Oh, just a door. Hello there. Whoops. Not trying to eat mushrooms. What do you have to trade? Ah, some waxed cheddar. I've got 13 gears. Bitrate's dead. Movable. Rest in peace, bitrate. You'll buy pumpkins. Oh, you are selling cabbage seeds. Supply 2, price 5 gears. Odd that you're just selling honey like that. You're not buying anything I've actually got access to. Alright. It was good chatting with you. That trader is probably frightened. Some strange bird showed up and bought some pumpkin seeds and then jumped over his defenses. He's like, oh shit, I'm going to need higher defenses. What if the next strange bird to come this way isn't nearly as friendly? Ooh, that's a big ass hole in the ground. Despite how hard it is to see, I've still got my eyes open for forage. We'll find it. Alright, here comes the ocean, so I'm probably going to not see that much forage. Come on, jump, jump, there we go. And into the water. Should be a straight shot home. And the psychedelic effect. He's not as bad on the ocean. You can still see it, it's just not as bad as on solid blocks. Actually, the psychedelic effect is the most interesting on ice and other semi-transparent surfaces. It's trippy as fuck, dog. Yeah, I'm not that far from home. And we found a potential huge amount of bismuth. I can't currently make bismuth plates, I don't think. I mean, I can make bismuth plates. I cannot. I can turn them into a block. I mean, it's pretty expensive. Especially if all you want to do is chisel. I think I saw that QP Chisel Tools is updated for 1.22, and there's another mod that lets you, like, chisel plates instead of full blocks into things. As well as letting you use dyed cloth and stuff, which is really fucking cool. I am artistically inept, so it's not like I can really do a whole lot with it. But, like, I'm sure that the right builder would be able to make some impressive stuff. Bismuth actually does look really good chiseled into things. The problem is that there is not a bismuth block without the rivets. So you have to be careful with what parts of the block you use the bismuth decoration. Because the rivets don't look nearly as good as the rest of the block. True, true. Imagine making like a castle out of bismuth and then taking the shrooms. I do think making a bismuth lantern would be a lot of fun. Normally I don't use the bismuth because it looks goofy as hell. But it might be like a fun throwback to my weird psychedelic mushroom fixation. What is the rift activity? It's actually calm. Now is a good time to be wandering around. I mean, every time's a good time to be wandering around. Look at those beautiful stars. Just looking up at the night sky. Occasionally you can see the waves pop up on the bottom of the screen. Alright, don't worry, we'll be home before we know it. Those onions better be fucking ready to go. Although technically we've already gone on our little adventure. We would just be coming back to the same place I just explored. But coming back with more inventory space isn't a bad idea. Actually being able to pick stuff up is kind of neat. 1 second. Let me make sure that I... Yep, good. Probably muted to cough. Actually, muting when I cough is important. Equally, if not more important, is remembering to unmute after I cough. It's been a while since I've accidentally stayed muted for a bit. But I've done it before, so... Whoops. Gotta watch out. Do I have room for sticks? Yes. There we go. Sticks. I suppose it's not too late to sleep. Let's check on my crops first. It's definitely too late in the year to be planting cabbages. Unless I made a greenhouse. Onions, are you ready to go yet? Yes. Most of them. 2 of 3 is not bad. Alright. Fuck yeah. Now, we are just waiting on the, no turnip seeds. Interesting. We're waiting on the flax still. But it's pretty safe to say that I've got, like, food for days. That's what I was trying to open. Well, let's go and put my flax in here. Oh, I've got rice! Boom. What am I doing? Onions. Boom. Did I put my onions in the reed chest when I meant to put the seeds in the reed chest? I wouldn't be surprised that I did that. Onions. Oh, hey, turnip seeds. The thing I said I don't have. Oh, no, I didn't put my onions in here. Did I leave my onions on the floor? Due to inventory reasons. Yes, that is what happened to them. I'll probably be fine to plant those. Are you done? No. No, it's not. Fuck. Put those away. Put those away. Let's go ahead and put my onions away, and then we'll call it a night. By which I mean I'll sleep in the game. It's a little early to stop streaming IRL. It's not that early. But it is too early. I should eat some food. Alright. Now it's bedtime time. Let's fucking go. Not going to lie. IRL, I'm a huge fucking fan of onions. Love them. Delicious, delicious onions. Alright. Let's put this down here. Here's fine. Boom. Undergrowth. Might use that for my seeds, but I'm going to end up with so many fucking seeds that a trunk is probably the better option. How are you doing in here, my pigs? Still haven't given birth? That's fine, that's fine. Technically, if they did give birth, all that would accomplish is having even more pigs in a hole. I don't think my flax is going to be done for a good bit. Probably not within this stream, for sure. Unless I spend as much time as it will let me sleeping. What can we do? I guess we can plot out the location of the barn. Maybe forage for some mushrooms. Getting the pigs into the barn won't be that challenging. I mean, it will be. It's going to be mostly just guiding them with a fence. And trying to hope that they don't find their way out of the fence. Yeah. Just talking to a coworker. It's like, oh, still got that baby in you, huh? It's whatever. It is what it is. Not even like, when's the baby due? It's just like, how the fuck have you still not given birth? I think that Bonnie and Family Guy was like that. Where it's like, what, you've been pregnant for 3 years? Collecting my cattails. My scythe is going to break. Other than the fact that cattails like to grow in water, there is no reason for me to plant them in here. Come on. Perfect. Onions? Yeah, they're finally ready. Cabbages only take 12 days to grow. It is the 1st of October, but cabbages do fine in the cold. I should really not plant these, but worst case scenario, they just die. And don't get me wrong, death is not ideal. What an odd sound that deer makes. Alright. I was planning on putting the barn over here. On reflection, it's probably going to be a pain in the ass getting the pigs over here. I've got a bucket so I can fix the pond, but I'm probably going to have to fuck up the pond to even get them over here. Whoop. Perfect. No honey. Alright. I see how it is. Okay. So I think here would be a good place to start. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12. Alright. A lot of quartz down here I could be collecting. Considering I want glass, I might do that. Can never have enough glass. But keep digging. Hello there, Pocket. Yeah, you know what? I might make my 10 bronze pickaxe. And collect that quartz. Animals need light to not die anyway. So I think if I have glass in the barn, that'll provide the light that they require. Except for at night. But they kind of have to be without light for quite a while. For death to come. How are you doing, Pocket? Boom, I've got no inventory space. Guess I can eat these red wine caps. Boom. This is why foraging never works for me. I'll go out of my way to forage, but then I'll just eat what I foraged because I need the inventory space. Speaking of which, I should put these onions away. Boom. I'm doing alright as well. Probably won't be able to stream tomorrow, or I guess it depends on a couple of things. Landlord is continuing as usual stuff, so Monday at 4 PM my time. They're going to have some fuckers walking around my house. Boom, so I gotta make sure that it looks presentable. Boom. My house doesn't look that bad, so it just depends on whether or not I actually do any of the chores I have to do. Boop, boop. Perfect. Alright, gonna pick up the dirt. I should make my tin bronze pickaxe as well. Collect that tin bronze. Right, tin bronze. Quartz. Also, my left leg suddenly hurts for no reason. I've been sitting with my legs crossed. And because I'm on a office chair, I guess I've just been sitting weird. What? But I am asexual and non-binary, so it's not like I can sit normally. Excellent. Excellent. This will give me enough quartz to make windows for sure. I'm going to have to be careful not to break the pickaxe before I've got iron now. Although I can make another one. The idea is to collect enough iron that you never have to make bronze again. I just haven't found any irons yet. You know how it is. I went prospecting a little bit. Probably going to want another charcoal pit going as well. Vintage Story really is just chores simulator. Alright. Should be enough quartz, at least to get this one bloomery going. If I need more quartz, I'll remember that it's under the barn. Whoops. Come back, onion seeds, I love you. You've been playing Vintage Story Pocket. What sort of stuff are you up to? Boom. We are currently just kind of waiting for flax to grow. Starving? I mean, I would say that's probably not ideal. Is it because all of your crops were lost to seawater? Boom. Let's go ahead and pile up my gears. Perfect. And then continue what I was doing. You got more crops? Nice, nice. You know what I might want to do here is that I'll probably have like 2 here and then have the actual pens sunken in a little bit. Just so the animals are a little bit easier to deal with. Ran out of stuff to bait your hook. Worms aren't that hard to get. I'm hoping that rc.7 fixed the stink baits so that I can actually make some bait to catch fish faster instead of having to rely on worms. But time will tell. Time will tell. Alright. You're gonna have to go. More quartz is never a bad thing. Boop-a-doo. Got a harvest of rusty dust. is Rustbound Magic updated to 1.22? I didn't see it on the list of mods that was. Alright, Acronite. Have a good one. Depending on how long you're out, I might still be here when you return. Perfect. Alright, have a good meal, Penny. I shall be here breaking my tin bronze pickaxe. But we will have a barn, and it will be worth it. Alright, let's go one layer deeper. Not because we're going one layer deeper, but so that I can put a layer of, packed dirt down. Or should I let my animals have hay blocks? Problem with hay blocks is that they break way too fucking easily. Hello there, CSN. Not long time no see, but haven't seen you in a hot second. How are you doing, buddy? You're okay. It's good to hear. Boom, boom. I'm just kind of finally getting around to building a barn. My pigs will probably appreciate the more space. Boom. I'm also building the barn in such a way that deer can actually get out. And the barn is going to have a chicken coop attached to it. So that I can start raising chickens. I don't eat chickens for their meat, though. I just like the eggs. Boom. It'll be a way to get some satiety other than grain in the winter as well. Not very quickly, but winter is coming. Probably don't need to use breaking my bronze pickaxe for this. But nobody ever accused me of being smart, so I'm breaking my bronze pickaxe for this. Boom. I just have to decide if I want to use packed dirt or if I want to use hay blocks for my barn animals. Problem with the blocks of hay is that they break too easily. Bunch of packed dirt. Bunch of packed dirt. I need more packed dirt. I don't want to use packed earth for this. Because I personally think it looks bad. Boom. There is like straw wattle or whatever it's called that I could be using. How do I make that? Strewn straw is just soil and straw. It's kind of ugly looking, but the reason I like using hay is that it looks padded. And maybe this material will also look padded. I say maybe, because I've got no fucking idea. I've never used it in my life. Alright. Perfect. Bit of a divide there. We'll have chickens on this side. Chickens probably don't need that much space, but they're getting that much space. And then we'll have boars on this side. Or I guess pigs. Not just boars. There is a way to easily separate the second generation pigs from the first, or I guess the first from Gen 0. I'm not leaving myself enough space to do that, though. Because it feels awfully video gamey, and we're not here to play games, we're here to vibe. Ba-da-ba-ba-bo. Alright, where's my grass? There's my grass. I'll make a little bit of wattled straw. Or strewn straw, I don't know, where the fuck am I getting wattle from? Oh, I guess there's wattled gate and fences. Apply raw daub to wattle fence section. To turn it into a block of wattle and daub. What the fuck? Wattle and daub is made by applying raw daub and to a placed wattle fence. Initial 6 to create a block. You can apply up to 2 more to create a totally smooth wattle. What the fuck is this shit? Light brown, yellow. Well, it doesn't come in black, so I don't care. Boom. I guess it's just like, what the fuck is actual? Radaub. By mixing Radaub. Daub, how you pronounce that? So it's just clay. Soil. Do I have to use high fertility soil? No, I don't. Good, good. If it actually required high fertility soil, I don't think anybody ever would make that. I don't know. I'll have to see what that is all about. Who knows if it looks good. On reflection, it's kind of ugly. But so is this material. Would it grow on me? I don't think so. I might just use grass blocks. Let's compare the two side by side. Yeah. I don't know, that just looks nicer to me. Dry grass can be used in a couple of things. Oh, mud bricks. Straw hat. I might have to make a straw hat. That's a very farmer thing to have. Soil booster. Oh, I think this mod also adds those. Grass flower poultices. Neat. And health restored 1. It's not very good. Also used in the making of daubs. Weathered brown. Okay, so the color, unless you dye it, is dependent on the sand you use. Grass can also be used to make green dye. Alright, I've decided. What are you using? I'll just use strewn straw. I'm sure it'll grow on me. Or it won't. Either or. One of the two. Can I feed this to y'all? One of you eat that. You. I'll put it there. I think we can tear that apart. For now, I'm just making more of this stuff. Perfect. It's ugly, but... what do I know? I don't know shit. Could say I don't know shit about fuck. Probably don't want to be breaking my sweet copper shovel. Not that I made it. I just kind of found this sweet copper shovel. Boom. This one's going to require quite a bit more. Of course, getting my pigs over here is going to be a big pain in the ass. My plan is to make just like a line of fences, so they've got no choice but to run along that path and into this hole. The chickens, as I acquire them, can't just be placed in here. Alright. Ba-ba-doo. Sweet. I actually have enough. Let's go ahead and throw the remaining stuff into the ocean so I never have to look at it again. It will despawn, it's just going to take a long time. Boom. Alright, let's go sort out my food situation and then try to get the pigs in there. Ideally, I would have the pigs situated in their new home before the piglets are born. They should have plenty of time, though. And chickens, I won't start catching until I've got a lightning rod. Also, I've not seen chickens around here in a while. Fencing. Fencing. I'll grab a bunch of sticks. And then a bunch of walnut planks. Birch, maple. Surely I've got more fencing somewhere. Shuffle. Lean you up there. Grab this. Beep, beep, beep. Alright. Oh, whoops. Here, let's put this away. Perfect. Put my saw back. Yoink. Grab my planks. Not exactly the most organized of people. Yeah, no more room there. Oh no. Alright, put away my boards. Take my boards back out. Fences. Fences. Beautiful. So organized. Have you ever met somebody as organized as me? I think not. Might not need this many fences. We'll find out shortly. Oh, fuck the boards. The boards! There you go. No rift activity is calm, so I've got time. Okay. So they're not going to need that wide of a fence. They're probably going to need that wide of a fence. Let's go just use medium fertility soil. Doesn't need to look good, just has to guide my pigs. We'll just do 2x2. 2x2 will be fine. We'll get these pigs over here. Don't worry, don't worry. Do. Fuck you. This would be easier to do if I wasn't trying to do it from up here. Oh, neat. Crouching actually used to not prevent me from falling off the block. So I don't know when it started doing that. But that's a pretty cool change. I think it had something to do with like how small the character was. Oh, apparently crouching only usually keeps me from falling off the block. New Kids on the Block had a bunch of hits. Chinese food makes me sick. That's good. Alright. Hopefully the fence will be fine. And they're not going to find a way to squeeze under it. With my luck, they probably will. More medium fertility soil. Boom. Good, grab more. No, my torch is still in my pocket. It's odd that it's not producing light. Perfect. I miss multiplayer. Multiplayer Vintage Story is a ton of fun. Boom. It also does not hurt. The tupa is pretty damn cool. We'll have to get a server going. Penny also plays this game. As does Pocket. Hex pretty clearly also plays this game. A lot of my community actually plays Vintage Story. It's almost like I stream this game a lot. Whoopsie daisy. Alright, now for the fences. Rift activity remains calm, so we're good. Whoops. That's not what I want you. You know, fence. Probably going to let that deer out. Whoopsie daisy. Alright. I don't know if that piglet could fit through that small gap, but that's why we're doing it before the piglets are even born. On the off chance they can somehow pull that sort of bullshit. Alright, just keep building. Perfect. This is, of course, only half the fence. So it's a good thing I made a bunch of those. Doo-doo. Alright, now for the other side. It's gonna be quite the weight off my shoulders. Finally moving these pigs. I'm probably going to have to just build a fence around it. At least until the actual barn itself is built. I'm probably just going to use a bunch of cobblestone. Maybe some walnut planks. Boom. Perfect. Almost there. Watch the piglets be born like minutes before I actually open the floodgates. That would be my luck. Fuck you. I just hope I don't lose my pigs. Boom. Alright. This is not the most attractive solution. But it doesn't need to look good, it just has to work. Whoop. Uh-oh. Managed to trap myself in a small hole. Who hasn't done that from time to time, am I right? It's totally possible in Minecraft to get stuck in bedrock. You have to kind of be trying to do it, but it can be done. I'm sure if you're particularly unlucky, you could get stuck in bedrock without trying to do it on purpose. If, like, you're crawling, which you can do in Minecraft now. Boom. It's totally possible to end up crawling through a one-block gap. And if there is space to stand up, then boom, you're stuck in bedrock. Come on, kitties, let me get out. Be free. Just follow the fence. Follow your nose. If they start chasing me, that will work as well. Go, my goobers. Boom. One moment, I'm stuck out here. Just keep going. Oh yeah, I forgot there was a fox in there. I might have to kill the fox. I don't know that it will harm my piglets. Let's find out, actually. I'm going to Google something about a game I've got like 70,000 hours in. Oh wait, that's not true. Obviously that's not true. Do foxes kill piglets? Foxes cannot be domesticated. That is not what I asked. Behaviors. It says that foxes will hunt chicken and hares. Technically, the fox will never actually have access to my chickens. But I should probably find a way to kill the fox. Alright there. Hopefully the fox can get in that hole, but the other ones can't. Go, fox, go. Y'all aren't letting the fox into the hole. I'm trying to get the fox in that hole. Go, fox. Into the hole. Into the hole. Stop playing with the pigs and get in the hole. Stop trying to kill me. I'm trying to help you. Alright, I'm trying to cask of Amontillado this fucking fox. Come on, fox, into the hole. I don't want to start stabbing wildly, because then I might hit one of my pigs. Alright, fox taken care of. Sorry, sweetheart, I just don't want you around my chickens. Oh, my pigs are trying to kill me, but it's fine. I understand that they care about me. My pigs wouldn't be trying to murder me if they didn't love me. Maybe. That's how I've chosen to read this situation. Anyway, I'm just going to get rid of this. Not only does it look bad, but it might allow an animal to get in. I'll build a temporary wall, or fence rather, around my pig habitat. Might go looking for that copper. If I can make one more ingot, I can make a lightning rod. And since lightning rods can only be made out of copper, last time I checked anyway, it would be a good use for what I've got. Although with me needing iron, it's not ideal. But I do not want to start raising pigs, or chickens, until I've got a lightning rod. Pigs can survive a bolt of lightning. Hell, I can survive a bolt of lightning, and I've got, like, no health. Chickens cannot survive a bolt of lightning. Poor little goobers. And if I've already been struck by lightning in this save, then my chickens are definitely going to get struck by lightning. I got struck by lightning, like, just outside of my house. Kind of funny. A little bit cruel. Alright. Let's go and use the partial stack first. We're close enough to my bees. That I also wouldn't want chickens over here for that reason. At least until we build a barn with, like, a door and walls. Bees would probably swoop down and kill my chickens. Boom. There we go. My chickens are relatively safe. Wait, I still don't have chickens. You know what I mean. Do I have a knife? I do. I'm sorry. Its creature weight's good. Probably because it ate the hares that were trapped down there with it. Can I make anything with a fox hide? Oiled, salted, soaked. Oiled is going to turn into fox pelt. And fox pelt can be used for a lot of things. Including a hat with a foxtail. Alright. You're coming with me. I have no inventory space. Fuck. You're coming with me. Hopefully I've got some fat to oil this. Of course, a straw hat would look better. Oh fuck! I don't think I have any animal fat. Oh no. If I throw you in here, you are fresh for 19 days. That should be more than enough time to kill, like, a wild pig or something. Do-do-do. Do-do-do. I'll also put my bushmeat away. Bushmeat's really just good for making stink bait. That is only fresh for 6 days. Well, it's actually plenty of time in the grand scheme of things. Not a real food. Got 24 of those. Smoked fish, onion. Eagle fern, we'll put my worms away. Last thing I want to do is start loading my cellar up with shit that's not actually food. I do it all the time, I'm just trying not to. Alright. Go ahead and grind up this belt. I'll probably make a lantern for my farm animals once the barn is up and running properly. Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do. Alright, 32. If I was going to evenly split that 4 ways. Well, fuck, I can make 4 pies. That's not what I'm doing. We can do half and half, though. Half smoked fish, half onion. Assuming it lets me. Can I use smoked fish in pot pies? Meat pie. We'll see if I can use it in pot pie. I'm hoping I can. Pot pies are relatively new, though. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Water wheel would be cool, but there's no moving water around here. I can create moving water, but it's not as good. I would have to cheat in properly moving water. Water wheels are not quite as overpowered as they are in the Create mod. I'm sure that somebody will come out with a mod for more overpowered water wheels. Just hide them in your wall. Never need a windmill again. Cheat? What? Nobody would cheat. Boom. Alright. 24 grain. I don't actually need these separated. I just did that to visualize it. My bucket. I said my bucket. Alright, water required. Boom. Flax. Boom. Boom. I'm gonna put that there. Perfect. And I still got a knife, so we are going to make some. I'm almost out of firewood. Oh fuck, who put my copper anvil here? It was me. I could get a bunch more copper if I break that down. It would require making another chisel. But it wouldn't be the worst thing I've done with my stuff. Alright. Copper. We'll do... No! You cannot make smoked meat pies. Or like smoked meat pot pies anyway. And clearly I'm making smoked meat pies. I was just trying to make pot pies. I'll have to keep some fish not smoked to make pot pies. Hopefully they fix that. Where's my knife? Ready to go. Why did I make such an odd amount of dough? That's enough to make 4 more pies. Was I planning on making 8 this entire time? Am I just stupid? Yes. Well, technically, if I'm making pies with tops, that's only enough to make 2 more. Yeah, I'll just, for no reason at all, make 4 or 8 pieces of bread, I guess. Rift activity is calm. I thought I heard a shiver. I must be hearing things. I do like shivers, so maybe. My brain is just adding shiver noises. Boom. Light this up. In the morning, we're going to have to go out and find a wild pig or two. So that I can, whatchamacallit? Oil this, fox hide and make a goofy little fox hat with a tail. Which I would like to do with a raccoon. Let's see here. Raccoon pup. Let me see here. Oil the raccoon hide. You can make a coon cap with a tail. Do I still have my raccoon hide? I think I do. Could be one of my small piles of rot. Although I could have sworn I already oiled it. I guess not. Or I'm blind. Nope, I don't think it's in here. Whatever. We'll make a fox hat. Because we've already got the fox pelt. I do think that making raccoon caps with tails would be fun. Of course, the raccoon that I did have, I didn't kill myself. It was struck by lightning. Because that's funny. Alright, no, it's not. Boom, boom. Why's the light moving around so strangely? I can't believe it's the 2nd of October. Time flies when you're having fun. Making pies. I'm pretty sure I'll be fine to survive the winter. I've got what the kids call a shit ton of food. I can put those onions away. Let's put the pie on the ground for now. Put the onions away. Boom. Not that. Give me this. It's kind of like put the fries in the bag, but put the onions in the cellar. I need more copper. That's a good about more copper. I should be fine to make the lightning rod. I will make a roof before making the lightning rod. Or like a... Well, I need the barn in general. But I'll attach it to the roof. Normally, I just make a huge pillar super high up into the sky and then slap the lightning rod onto it. And I might still do that. But I'm going to try to make it look a little bit more intentional. Boom. Perfect. Get back up here and babysit the pie. Whoop. Do. Oh, sun's already rising. At only 5 in the morning. I wish it was not necessarily easier, but I wish there were more ways to survive in, like, the frozen north. Because the northern lights are very pretty. And there are people who've been living in the Arctic Circle for almost as long as there have been people, I'm sure. Boom. 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 Now that I know there's a raccoon hat, I might go after that instead of the fox one. Yep. Oiled fox hide. Can be used for a couple of things. Arctic fisherman's knits. Oh yeah, I was looking at those. I'll have to check out the full Arctic fisherman outfit, although I'm sure it's going to look weird on the Avali since currently overbody parts, or clothing, aren't textured for some reason. They are in 1.21, so I don't know what happened between 1.21 and 1.22. I guess the textures just broke. Or something. It was explained to me, but I wasn't paying that much attention. Which I'm sure surprises nobody. Alright. Making some bread. For no real reason. Final setup. Well, if anybody at home is currently shrimping, now is the time to fix that. Oh yeah, also happy Easter for those who observe. I don't, but I've got the day off work. I should probably do my taxes, for one. But I should also do some chores, so that I can stream Monday. Problem is that I'm, like, most awake. After, like, 2 or 4 in the morning. I gotta go to bed at 7, so around 2 in the morning. Which is when I go live, if I'm able to. I get off work at 2 most days. Pretty much, if everybody else is asleep, that's when I'm the most awake. Doing my own weird shit. Oh yeah, spelt bread time. Oh, put those back. Spelt bread's not very good. 300 satiety. Fresh for 8 days. Not terrible. How long are they fresh for in the cellar? 30 days. Boom. Yeah, I've got this winter thing in the bag. Look at all my crops. Even if all I make with this stuff is bread. We're set. That I can only assume if there is an Arctic fisherman stuff. That's a weird looking mask. That's a weird way to make the mask. It needs a red cloth and a birch log. Anyway. Arctic fisher stuff. Ooh, the Arctic fisher parka. That requires a lot of small hides. Is there a way to make the Arctic fisher parka that doesn't require like 1,000 small dead animals? Oh, redwoods are great for firewood. They're also kind of good to just commit arson on. Occasionally, if I'm far away enough from home and I find a redwood forest, I'll just set the whole thing on fire for no reason. What can I say? I'm a little stinker. Alright. Oh sweet, my glass is done. Whoop. It's only 12 glass. But we can saw that in half. Turn it into several planks. Boom, that's going to get more glass going. Just because you can never have enough. Boop. Boop. Well, I had a bunch of quartz chunks on me. Alright, perfect. Charcoal. Can I use brown coal? No, I can't. That is what makes brown coal so useless. Excuse me, that wasn't very ladylike of me. I'll have to get Hoopa to update to 1.22. And join me on this world, just to make and fill a large chuckle pit. Since my lazy ass does not want to. I'm joking, mostly. Alright, well, that's lit. Trace lit, fam. Go and put the glass away for now. I got a bunch of walnut boards. But do I want to make the barn out of walnut or an oak? Should probably make some cobblestone. Yeah, there's some cobblestone right here. Boom. The walnut looks pretty nice. But the question is, if you did join my world, just to make my charcoal pit, would you do so as an Avali, or would you do so as a Seraph? Decisions. Do I have an axe? Occasionally I have an axe, but I usually break them pretty quickly. I don't know that I have an axe. I think I got enough walnut planks on the ground. Or not walnut. Nope, those are sticks. Those are maple. I thought I had some oak planks. I guess I don't. I think I turned them all into fences. What do you mean, do I have a house finally? I've got this sweet log cabin. I'm probably going to destroy this log cabin and make a better log cabin eventually. Boom. Alright. Let's go ahead and turn this into planks. Turn those into actual planks. I'm working on my barn right now. I should have more than enough food to survive the winter. But my animals need nice things too. Where is that thing I had? It's around here somewhere. Here it is. Alright, what looks better? Andesite, cobblestone, and walnut? Or andesite, cobblestone, and oak? I do not have bald cypress. I've not gone south yet. I don't know if my world generation setting is correct. I might have quite the trip ahead of me if I want to go south. Because I think the world is just like one big-ass continent. I forgot to break it up into smaller islands. Also, how are you doing, Angie Maid? I jest. How are you doing, Senri? And which do you think looks better? Walnut or oak? Oak is a lot warmer, but walnut is like muted enough that it actually does not look that bad with andesite. I would ideally have other stones to work with, but in this area we have andesite. It's what we got. Andesite is what we got. So remember that. Alright, walnut it is. Eventually we'll have enough walnut trees, because I should be growing a bunch of them in the area. They just haven't grown yet. The slackers. We'll have a walnut log cabin as well. Boom. Maybe with some andesite features. I want to make like a fireplace. Have you watched me play Vintage Story in 1.22 yet? Have you seen the size of my pig? Look at the size of this fucker. He's got the large trait. Oh, I never clicked the bones. Small carcass. Alright. My pigs are pregnant. I am just hoping they pass on the large trait. And then over here I'm going to have chickens. I just don't currently. Because I don't have a lightning rod and I don't want my chickens to die. But it is decided. Walnut planks it is. There are two things I have to make. Boom. Oh, there. Let's go and grab two of these fuckers. Alright. Boom. How? Oh, my hammer's good. Do. Welcome back, Acronite. I'm just making another saw, and then another chisel. And then with that other chisel, I'll have the resources I need to break down my copper anvil. And then with what I get back from my copper anvil, I'm going to make a lightning rod. Because I would like to start raising chickens, I just don't want them to die. Yeah. So I like working on stuff. Locking the fuck in, kind of. Boom. At my most locked in. I'm still operating at a level of locked in that is most people's dilly-dally. But it is what it is. Boom. I probably don't need another saw yet, but because I plan on making a whole bunch of walnut planks, and would like to make my glass into slabs, boom, we're using a lot of saw. Whoop. Boom, let's go ahead and make a crowbar. That's not what I'm making. I am making a saw blade. Chisel first. Boom, ba-dum. Not very good at this whole locking in thing. Almost fucked up my anvil, or my chisel. Would have been easy to fix at this stage, but if I'm not careful, I'll break a voxel I cannot afford to. At a point I cannot replace it. I'm like, yeah, I was making a chisel. Unfortunately, it required a whole 2 ingots. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Chisels don't require 2 ingots. Like, they do if you're stupid. Alright, and a saw blade. And copper knife would be nice. Not what I'm making. Whoop. Bop. Boom, one can never have enough copper. I plan on breaking an entire copper chisel just to get more copper. That's how dedicated I am to my craft. Helps if I could see. Whoops. If I'm not too careful, I'm going to have to make another copper hammer soon. The dream would be to only ever have to make one more copper hammer and then upgrade straight to iron. I used too much charcoal. Probably only needed the one. Because I'm so fucking locked in today. There we go. Boom, saw blade acquired. I don't currently have any sticks on me. Or in there. No, sticks in one of these. Sticks. Saw blade. Might have to make another scythe sooner than later. Alright, pick up my fucking anvil. Yoinky sploinky. I don't think this damages the hammer at all. It might. Where he is. Can I no longer break this apart? Can be used as a smith. Okay, it doesn't need the hammer at all. And it just turns them straight into bars. I remember it turning them into copper shit. That's actually way more convenient than what I was doing. Boom. Let's go. Fucking put that back. How do I make a lightning rod? Oh, so if I can spell the word lightning rod. Yep, it's just 3 copper rods. We're gonna be golden. Does not make a whole lot of sense that it just turns the anvil straight into bars. I mean, it's more convenient. It's just odd. Has it always done that? Stop picking shit up, me. Bum. That's right, I'm over here looking a gift horse in the mouth. Do. Alright. Cup of rod. A fat gift horse? Possibly. Do. Do. Doing some weird shit. What else is new, though, am I right? But I'm sure there's a better way to do that. A smarter person, which I am not, could probably be doing this way better. Boom, cup of rod. Do. Bum. But to do. Just trying different things. Ain't no thing but a chicken wing. That's right, I don't know what I'm doing. Shit. There we go. Whoop. I'm suddenly fucking up. I think I was better at that the first time around. Boom. Alright, last copper rod. And then we'll have ourselves a lightning rod. Which means that once our chicken coop is built and has a roof, which is a really big once, then we're going to have safe chickens. And the only thing better than a chicken is a safe chicken. All right. Do. Boom. My hammer is pretty close to dead. Might make a tin bronze hammer just because I can. And it will have more durability. Much more likely to survive until I can make an iron one. Boom. Lightning rod. Lightning rod. Lightning rod. Attracts lightning. Placed up to 40 blocks above the ground for maximum effect. Boom. Would be funny if the lightning rod was the kind of thing that once you place it, you can't pick it back up. Alright. At some point, I will actually have to destroy this bridge. But lightning rod acquired. Keep it there to draw lightning to my bees. Speaking of my bees, several of them are already produced honey. Have already produced honey. I know what I'm talking about. Boom. Pretty tempted to just break my copper hammer. You know what no, not a hammer. Put that back. My shovel. The faster this goes, the better. And if I use my copper shovel, I'm more likely to actually do the damn thing. So let's go and just start that now. The fences are going to be very pain in the ass to break as well. But that's a slightly later problem. That's a 10-minute from now Satu problem. Perfect. Just keep going. I'd like to keep the natural beauty of this pond. Probably keep more cattails in here. Boom. And that was all probably already dirt. Why not? Do. I should probably eat some food on reflection. Boom, where's my bread? Yummy, yummy bread. Alright, that's enough. Surviving on bread alone looks like it would be pretty fucking annoying. Thankfully, that's not what we're doing. Unfortunately, it could very well come to that. Hey, stop trying to kill me. I'm trying to place your feed trough. Alright, maybe make another one of those. I'm also going to need some small troughs, but I don't currently have chickens, so feeding them is not an immediate necessity. Necessity. It's like pronouncing banana. When do I stop? Autumn is very pretty. It would be nice if my flax would hurry up. I'm over here working on my homestead. When I could be saying balls to my homestead and being out there, sailing the seas. Boom. I should make like a couple of stone axes for the purposes of destroying these fences. Whoop, gonna put that there for now. Saw, gonna put you here. Alright. Axe head. Whoops. As soon as my bees are all ready to harvest, I'll go ahead and hit them again. One can never have enough honey, although I don't currently have fruit to be preserving. One more. Do. Alright. Do I have any sticks? No sticks. I did just put them away. Darn me, actually being organized and keeping my sticks in one place. Like some kind of loser. I'd better go. I'll start breaking some fences. I can use these birch fences for firewood. But I guess something more practical. Don't let me forget that I want to play around. How did I totally miss that somebody named Metal Suck Attack said forge to a hammer on that anvil? How does one miss something like that? I saw the comment. I think I commented on the comment itself. I just missed the whole Metal Suck Attack part. Can't wait till my boat's done. I mean, don't get me wrong. Working on my home is nice. Having somewhere to come back to is great after a long voyage. Do-do-do. It's a good thing I made 3 axes. I've only done a lot of the left side, and this axe is already almost broken. 3 is probably not going to be enough, but I was going to stop at 2. Do-do-do. I should probably be more animated. Going up chicken wings, what? I'm not entirely sure. I did say ain't no thing like a chicken wing or something like that. So I just assumed you know what you're talking about. I don't know what the fuck young people are on about these days. They're always saying shit like, I don't know, 7-8, 7-8. You don't know where the going up came from? Ooh, that is fair, that is fair. I don't eat chicken, so I can't speak to the quality of chicken wings. Maybe you're going to make like a going up on a Tuesday reference. Something like that. My little homestead is so ugly. I mean, I'm still working on it. Who knows? It might look decent eventually. Just break in some fences. Walnut fences will be nice to have. But I do not need this many fences right now. Sweet, 3 axes was enough. Boom. Still gotta fill this hole in. Although I could use this hole for my new chuckle pit. That's more chuckle than I'm interested in making, but... Alright. We need clay. And andesite rock. Or a stone. Yeah, stones. Stone. Might as well grab the cobble, since that's literally what I'm trying to make here. I guess I've been mostly leaving the andesite stone behind, which is fine. You like the grey of andesite? Andesite's like a blue-grey, and if you look at the walnut, which is this one, it's like a warm grey. So I'm going to have a warm grey and a cold grey next to each other. Not cold, cool. Boom. Perfect. That's not nearly enough. Don't think I don't hear you out there, foxes and or wolves. Alright. More cobble. Like a turkey. Cobble, cobble. That's probably enough for now. Do-do-do-do-do. It's a tale as old as time. A song as old as rhyme. Beauty and the Beast. Alright. Of course I'm going to need ladders to actually get in and out of this place. Since it's so tall, not even I can jump it. And I can jump pretty fucking tall. Or high. Look at them. I'm just being like little creatures. I mean, that one's a pretty big creature. But they're just funky little dudes. Yeah. Alright. Probably not while there's monsters everywhere, but we're going to start actually building our barn. Question is, do I want the glass to act as windows, or do I want the glass in the roof acting as like a skylight? Skylight would probably provide more actual light for the pigs and chickens when I get them. Could have both. Maybe have like a strip of skylight and then windows as well. Just keeping my chickens and pigs happy and healthy. Be happy, be healthy. Alright, I should have some debarked walnut. I do. Oh, it's still dark out. There's still monsters everywhere. Darn monsters, making the game slower for no reason. Now I have to wait for the sun to come out. My plant debris is spoiling nicely. Probably wondering, Satu, what are you doing with all that plant debris? Wouldn't you like to know, weather boy? Look at me sitting on my anvil all polite. Can't tell me you wouldn't trust this bird with your life savings. This bird can be trusted. Do. What time is it? Oh, I've got my UI hidden, so I cannot check the time. We'll just be bored waiting here until the sun rises. Honestly, other than annoyance, I'm not entirely sure what monsters add to this game. Boom. I get plenty of sleep in the game, not in real life. True, they do add loot. But there's really nothing you get from them that you can't get from panning bony soil. I think you can get portal gears panning bony soil anyway. I could be wrong. In fact, I'm often wrong about things. It's what I do. Woohoo. I don't make a lot of money streaming, but considering I make money at all, I could claim that I'm making a career out of being wrong on the internet. Everyone would be so jealous. It's like, oh, so what do you do for a living? It's like, oh, I'm just wrong about things online. I'm like, oh, you make money doing that? And I'm like, yeah. Obviously, there are more steps to it. But yeah. Whew, look at all these trees. I planted several walnut trees. What the fuck are those? Boom. Can't hold still. I heard a both one. It probably wants nothing more than to snipe me for no reason. Like a jerk. Boom. Both ones are just kind of jerks. What kind of trader are you again? Building materials? Alright. It's a cute little window. I like this window. Very aged wooden planks. With a little window. It's kind of cramped, but this is a cute little shack that they've got. That being said, I'm not entirely sure where this person does their farming. Nearest farm to here is mine, and that's all the way over here. Unless this jerk is stealing my crops. Whoop. Alright, we'll do a little bit more running around. It's probably still not safe to go home. Can't wait until I can continue building my, barn. Building a barn, woo-woo. Do-do-do-do-do. Little hamsters, big adventures, ham 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 taro. Look at that, more rifts are opening up right in front of me. How am I supposed to get anything done with all these rifts? Look at that, some fuckers throwing rocks. How are you still not giving birth? Come on. I don't have all day. I want to see if the piglets inherited the large trait. Maybe only some of them will. As long as some of them do. Get more red meat. And hopefully fat. Unless there's another trait for animals to drop fat. Like chunky. I need the chunky trait. I left my spear at home. Like a genius. I guess if I can find a pig, I'm killing it with an axe. Here's Johnny. Oh. Wee. So many rifts. I guess rift activity is high. That would do that. Do. Running around waiting for the sun to come out. Which is weird because I don't like the sun. Hello there, chicken. What's your weight? Decent. Ow. Darn pig defending herself. Why do you have so much health? I guess this is not a real weapon. This is just a stone axe. But you'd think a stone axe would hurt like hell. Boom. Could you not go too far out? I'm going to have to dive to collect your meat. You're terraforming a mountain? Nice. Come here. Here, piggy. Come on, don't go too far. I need your flesh. Actually, I don't care too much about your flesh. I need your fat. Where's my pig? Darn it, I need that blood trail mod so I don't lose track of my animals. I was only able to commit near murder instead of the murder I'm trying to commit. She's got to be around here, though. You can't just lose an entire pig. I mean, you can. Easily. Well, there's a wolf. Not what I'm looking for. Wolf is unlikely to contain any fat. Oh, that's a nice cock. Alright. Here, piggy, where'd you go? Boom. I did. I lost an entire sow. Somehow I lost the sow. Boom. Plenty of foxes around, but they tend not to have fat on them. Do. Alright, I guess I'll just go home and defeat. Somehow lost an entire pig. Hares are unlikely to have fat on them. And I will pretty likely lose them too. There's a rusty gear that very likely I left there. Oh, mature flax. It would be nice if my flax would hurry up and mature, so I can set sail. You're not the sow I was killing earlier. Unless you are. It would be a small world. Come on. Ow, rude. Watch me die to a sow. More likely than you think. Especially with my large collection of bandages. Probably wondering, Satu, how many bandages do you have? 0. I've got no healing outside of sleeping while fed. And how do I choose to spend my time? Trying to kill a pig. Come on. This would be so much easier if I had a real weapon. Come on. Oh. Boom. Gotta lock in. Oh, losing my pig. Would be funny if I died of one of my own rocks. Alright, pig, where'd you go? Let's not lose a second pig. Why can't I pick up any rocks all of a sudden? Where the fuck did the pig go? She's around here somewhere. I can continue the hunt. I've got plenty of health. How do I keep losing pigs? That is a deer. Oh. I don't have anything on me that can be used as a weapon, unfortunately. Boom. If it's trying to throw hands, probably not the sow I've almost killed. Missed. Probably get it to chase me home. I've still got that hole. Boom. Worst case scenario, I come back with an actual weapon. It's like, so what did you do while waiting for your flax to grow? Well, what wasn't I up to? Darn. Sounds smarter than I am. Alright, let's grab an actual spear. Do I have a knife on me at all? No, I don't even have a knife. What was my plan if I succeeded? I should eat some food. Bum, 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 bum. I've got so much health. I'll be fine. Alright. Let's just take a quick nap. For the purposes of healing. And I've got my real weapon, so we'll be fine. We'll be fine. What time is it, actually? Oh, damn, it's already 7:20. It doesn't feel like 7:20. I don't work tonight, so I would like to goof off more, but I'm going to want to take a short nap. My housemate leaves for a Easter thing with his family later this morning, and then I'll use that as an opportunity to, like, do my louder chores, like vacuum my room. Here, piggy, piggy. She followed me pretty close to my house. Come back, piggy. I think that's actually the one that I was working on killing. Damn, throwing a spear underwater doesn't work very well. That doesn't make any sense. Come on. Where'd it go? There it is. Have I ever seen a shiver swim? Yes. Come back, pig. I just need a small amount of animal fat. Sweet. That's one of 2 pigs dead. And it contains fat. What do I not care about? I'll get rid of this small amount of flax grain so that I can pick up the meat. The bones I can come back for. There is another pig out here. Oh, damn. The sun is setting. Other pig, where'd you go? That's not a pig. Probably not the one I'm looking for then. Boom, boom. Here the pig. Here other pig. I straight up lost another pig. It'll be around, but where? Where? Ideally, I would get that other one. Rift activity is very high, though. So I'm not going to have a lot more time before I get set upon by monsters. Might have to come back for this pig, when it is less dangerous to do so. I am the danger. I am the one who knocks. Yep. Oh, that's a lot of both horns. The shiver I'm willing to work around, because I like shivers. Both horns are the most annoying things ever. So I'm out of here. Bye, fuckers. Boom. Alright. No matching recipe. Alright. So this is probably one of those recipes that... What am I doing? Eat this. Eat the pie. Alright, have a good one, Acronite. Thank you for hanging out. I guess I'm going to make 2 prepared fat. It is odd that they're like, oh, animal fat goes bad now. Which is true. But meanwhile, all I have to do to get it to not go bad is cook it. Do-do. Can grab 4 rye. I did not mean to pick up that anvil or ingot. What I wanted to do was grind up this grain. What are you modding out? The fat going bad or the fat only needing to be boiled to not go bad? Boom. Whoops. I just think it's odd how big of a deal they made. It's like, oh, fat will no longer be infinite. And then it's like really easy still to just make it infinite. Of course, depending on your mod config settings. It is better to make lard. Lard is better than fat. Boom. It is weird that lard is like 1-to-1 though. It does make more sense. Yoink. That you can boil it. Or what? You add water to fat to make it not go bad. Or, like, extend its use. Somebody's gonna know what I'm talking about. I'm just saying it poorly. Alright, bunch of carrots. I mean, a bunch of red meat. And then 2 onions. Boom. Pot pie. What am I doing? Picking it up before putting the little markings on it. There we go. What am I, a Neanderthal? Temperature cold. And that's a lot of monsters out there. Of course, rift activity is very high, which would do that. Good to put my rendered fat down there. Actually, let's make the raccoon pelt. Should just need the 1 lump of fat, since it's a small pelt. Yep. Oiled fox hide. Mid fox, not raccoon. The raccoon would be cuter. Little coon hatch. Bit fucked up that it's made out of an animal fur, but like, better for the environment than plastic. Boom. Would be funny if plastic was added to the game. But the more you used plastic, the more it fucked up the environment. I'm going to mod in microplastics. Mod in pollution. I think there is a mod that adds pollution. Oh, my neck. Just slowly, like, pollute the environment with microplastics. And then there's just a little bit of it in, like, your food and your water and everything. And add it like a little satiety bar. But as it gets higher, make it reduce your health. That should still cook. It'll be slow to cook, but it should still cook. Where do these monsters go? Fuck off. I'm watching a pie not bake over here. But... Alright, fine, I'll put more firewood in there. I just didn't want to put the whole 6 in there for a single pie. If you really want to not be irresponsible with your lumber, you need the stone bake oven mod. That's a good use of resources. I was kind of hoping my flax would be done this stream. I'm not surprised it isn't. I'll probably bake this pie, put it in the cellar, and then eat. And maybe if we're lucky in the morning, the rye will be done. I don't think it will be, but we can hope. You know what they say, hope into one hand, shit in the other, and see which one fills up faster. I'm so glad that pot pies are a vanilla feature. I still like everything else added by expanded foods as well. But simply being able to make pot pies is why I started modding Vintage Story in the first place. Yes, I bring this up every time. I make pot pies. It's an important part of Vintage Story's history. I've been playing this game since 2023. A lot of people have been playing this game a lot longer, but I only discovered it in 2023, so... In fact, I was unemployed when I bought it, so it was not the most financially responsible decision. Fuck off. Hell yeah, pot pie. Look at it. It's a thing of beauty. Put it in the cellar. It'll be fine on the ground like that. Look at that, fresh for 31 days. No issue whatsoever. Alright, I eat. Honk. Me. Hopefully they update primitive survival that's so that smoked meat can also be used in pot pies. Oh yeah. Not bad for a slice of pie. Alright. Still only 3 in the morning. Rift activity is calm, which is wild. I think I can hear a rift. There's definitely a both one. Nope, there's a rift right there. Maybe it was just left over from when the rift activity was higher. Yeah, that flax is nowhere near done. All this flax is almost done, and that is a good amount of flax. So next time we stream Vintage Story, we will probably be able to finish our boat. Also, it looks like all of my skeps are harvestable. So let's go ahead and do that. Bo-ba-doo, boo-da-doo. I'll be going to bed pretty soon here myself. Alright. Oh shit. I'm gonna put cattails in my there we go. Perfect. Ready? First one. I got a swarm. Boom, second one. I got a swarm. Angry bees. Oh, I'll never be able to collect my honeycomb if I don't start placing these. Alright. No swarm on the third one. There are very much still bees around, so I don't know why I'm being so careless. Alright. Boom. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. I need 2 more skips, because I've already got one here. Got a swarm, run for it. Boom. 1, 2. Alright. Oh. My bees are harassing my pigs. Alright, you leave them alone. Oh shit, I forgot. My poor bees. And my pigs. The pigs will be fine, probably. It'd be nice if I could distract the bees. I just have to watch the torment unfold. There we go. Come, bees. Come, my bees. Come, my bees. Yes, distract somebody your own size. Which is neither me nor the pigs. But leave the pigs alone. Alright, that one's good. Empty. Boom. I'll make a wooden straw training dummy. Oh, another swarm. There we go. Hey, where do you think you're going, bees? Follow me. This way, bees. Hey, leave my pigs alone. Come on. Yep, just keep following me. Let's go. Follow your nose for the colorful taste that shows. Alright. My pigs should be safe now. What are you doing in my pen? Are you you? You're a you. Ooh. What the hell happened here? Eaten by wild animals. Are you eating my fucking turnips? I don't want to kill you. Would be awfully convenient to get a sheep. But there is just one you who is killing my crops. I don't know how she got in there. Probably jumped. Nope. Sorry, you're eating my crops. You had a lot of crops, apparently. And you're dead. Rest in peace, sweet creature. Your weight better be good. You just ate all my crops. What do I not care about? Put you there. Don't care about the horn. Alright. Oh, whoops. Dirt. There we go. I've got a spot for my dirt. Dirt. Alright. Let's go and put all this stuff away. I'll probably take care of it later, unless I forget. Fresh for 4 days. Fresh for 18 days. Fresh for 5 days. Fresh for 20 days. Red meat is only going to be fresh for 6 days. That's only fresh for 4. The fat. Fresh for 12 days, but I could boil that. No big deal. Squeeze the honey. And I should probably go to bed. Maybe make like a to-do list for myself. I'm going to want to make like a straw dummy to protect my pigs. Alternatively, just building the rest of the barn would help a lot. Do-do-do. Do-do-do. Boom, there we go. Got a bunch of clay on me, which I could put away. Squeeze this out as well. I'm squeezing honey. I'm probably going to want to make a crate for all the beeswax. Having this beeswax around will be quite the boon when it comes time to seal some crocs. Alright, there we go. For now, I'll put that in there. It's no big deal. Boom, boom. Alright. Unfortunately, lost some crops. I do get the seed back. It's a little bit late to be replanting, though. I'll hold on to them. Dude ate 7 portions. Even ate some of my rye. Who eats a motherfucker's rye? SMH my head. I'm curious as to how the sheep got in here. He probably jumped from that hill. It's not something that I shouldn't fix. It's just not that big of a priority. Yeah, right. Let's also make it where I can get out of here more easily. Some walnut ladders. I'm gonna have to make a stone axe to break that. Thought for sure that I had a stone axe. I thought incorrectly. Boom. I'm gonna move you over one. Just so that you match this other. Perfect. I can't store that on the ground. I think that's a discovery I've made in the past. Next stream is going to be a good one. Going to have so much flax. I'll probably be able to finish the boat. And probably some other things. Boom. Alright. I need to go to bed. So, let's go ahead and do. Pause this. Usually forget to do it. Not so. Come on. Struggling with my computer here. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and call it here. We'll find out whether or not I'm able to stream tomorrow. If I do stream tomorrow, I'll probably stream more of this. Like the video if you enjoyed. Oh wait, no, gotta do the proper outro. I'm a little bit tired. If you're hanging out, whether you're chatting or just lurking, I want you to know that you're appreciated. If you're watching this video at some point in the future as a VOD, and have somehow watched the entire thing, then you have the patience of a saint and are equally appreciated. Like the video if you enjoyed, subscribe for more, and visit farewell. Those of you on Twitch, if you want to stick around, we're going to try to raid. It's thoughtful, and it makes me look good. Let's go.